Hare Krishna. I am Narayan, staying in Singapore Township, Hyderabad. Today I am going to recite Upadeshamrita, also known as Nectar of Instruction, by Rupa Goswami. These are the foremost instructions given by Srila Rupa Goswami. वाचो वेगं मनसः क्रोधवेगं जिह्वा वेगं उदरोपस्थवेगम् एतान् वेगान्यो विषहेत धीर सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं च शिष्यात् अत्याहारः प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षड्भिर्भक्ति विनश्यति उत्साहान् निश्चयात् धैर्यात् तत्तत्कर्म प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागत् सतो वृत्ते षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति गुह्यमाख्याति पृच्छति भुङ्क्ते भोजयते चैव षड्विधं प्रीतिलक्षणम् कृष्णेति यस्य किरितं मनसा द्रियेत दीक्षाति चेत् प्रणतिभिश्च भजन्तमीशां शुश्रूषया भजनविघ्ननन्यमन्य निन्दादिशून्यहृदमीप्सितसङ्गलब्ध्या दृष्टे स्वभावजनितैर्वपुषश्च दोषैर्न प्राकृतत्वमिह भक्तजनस्य पश्येत् गङ्गाम्भसं न खलु बुद्बुदफेणपङ्कैः ब्रह्माद्रवत्वमपगच्छति नीरधर्मे स्यात्कृष्णनामचरितादिसिताभ्यविद्या विद्योपतप्तरसनस्य न रोचिकानु किन्त्वादरादनुदिनं खलु सैव जुष्टा साद्विक्रमा भवति तद्गतमूलहन्त्रे तन्नामरूपचरितादिषु कीर्तनानु स्मृत्य क्रमेण रसना मनसि नियोज्य तिष्ठान् व्रजेतदनुरागी जनानुगामी कालं नयेतदखिलम् इत्योपदेशसारम् वैकुण्ठाज्जनितो वरा मधुपुरी तत्रापि रासोत्सवात् वृन्दारण्यमुदारपाणिरमना तत्रापि गोवर्धन राधाकुण्डमिहापि गोकुलपते प्रेमामृतप्लावनात् कुर्याद्यस्य विराजतो गिरितटे सेवां विवेकीनकः धर्मेभ्यः परितो हरे प्रियतया व्यक्तिं ययोर्ज्ञानिनस्तेभ्यो ज्ञानविमुक्तभक्तिपरमा प्रेमैकनिष्ठास्तथा तेभ्यश्च पशुपालपङ्कजदृशा ताभ्योऽपि सा राधिका पृष्ठा तद्वदीयं तदीयसरसि तां नाश्रयेत्कः कृते कृष्णस्योच्छे प्रणयवसति प्रेयसीभ्योऽपि राधा कुण्डं चास्य मुनिभिरभितस्तातृके वाव्यधायि यत्प्रेष्ठैरप्यलमसुलभं किं पुनर्भक्तिभाजां तत्प्रेमेदं सकृदपि सरस्नातुराविष्करोति। हरे कृष्णा। Verse number 1. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. Verse number 2. One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities. 1. Eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required. 2. Over-endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. 3. Talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. 4. Practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement. or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically. 5. Associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. And 6th, being greedy for mundane achievements. Verse number 3. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. 1. Being enthusiastic. 2. Endeavoring with confidence. 3. Being patient. 4. Acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting and remembering Krishna. 5. Abandoning the association of non-devotees. And 6th, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service. Verse number 4. Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind with confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasada and offering prasada are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. Verse number 5. One should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name of Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation, Diksha, and is engaged in worshipping the deity. And one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. Verse number 6. Being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with the body. Such a devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee having a body born in a low family, a body with a bad complexion, a deformed body, or a diseased or infirm body. According to ordinary vision, such imperfections may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee, but despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the waters of the Ganges, which sometimes during the rainy season are full of bubbles, foam, and mud. The Ganges waters do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding will bathe in the Ganges without considering the condition of the water. Verse number 7. The holy name, character, pastimes and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidya cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting the sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Verse number 8. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time 24 hours a day in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraja, Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. Verse number 9. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathurapuri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavana because of Krishna's Rasalila pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavana is Govardhana hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. and above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kunda stands supreme, for it was overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhana hill? Verse number 10. In the Shastra, it is said that of all types of fruity workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, Gnanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to the devotional service. He is superior to the others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental covered boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. Her kunda is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis. Who then will not reside at Radha Kunda and in a spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feelings render loving service to the divine couple Sri Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakalya Leela, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes? Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radhakunda are the most fortunate people in the universe. Verse number 11. Of the many objects of favored delight and of all the lovable damsels of Vrajabhumi, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most treasured object of Krishna's love, and in every respect her divine kunda is described by great sages as similarly dear to him. Undoubtedly, Radha Kunda is very rarely attained even by the great devotees. Therefore, it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. If one simply bathes once within those holy waters, one's pure love of Krishna is fully aroused.